Come here. Get off.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, y'all. Welcome to this week's episode of the Turn On. Keep going. Sorry. Okay. Welcome to this week's episode of the Turn On. This week we're reading from Erotic Confessions of the Mildly Perverse, a collection of short stories by Mistress Envy. We are actually reading two stories from this collection. It was published in 2018. So sit back, relax, get your wine, your weed, and your accoutrements, and we'll see you on the other side. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Erotic Confessions of the Mildly Perverse by Mistress Envy. The tease. Sex is overrated. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, and when he said it, I should have walked away from him. How can anyone who thinks this way be given any of my damn time? But somehow, he has managed to consume all of my thoughts. Well, not really him. His penis. It's become my obsession. It's my own private hell. He makes me touch it every day. He takes pleasure in my pain, and the more that I beg for it, the harder it gets. But he only allows me to touch it through his pants. I don't even get to feel the warmth of it. He was kind enough to let me see it once, but only for a second. If he's feeling gracious, he might fondle me a little, suck on my tits, rub my ass, and finger me. But those things seldom happen. The one constant is that I always have to touch his dick. Thoughts of it swim around in my head all the time. I think of it so often that I've given it a name. Dominant. I try to resist him. I give myself a pep talk every day. You can do this. You won't talk to him. Don't look directly at him. But my vagina's in control. Where he is, she has to be. I try to talk her out of it. You can have someone else, I tell her. You don't even know if he'll lick you the right way. Let's call somebody we've already had. Her answer is always the same. No. Why is she so damn crazy? Why am I letting her be in control? It's at the point where he isn't even a person. He's sex. He's desire. He's lust. His penis is the answer to everything. Hungry? Dominant can feed you. Sad? Dominant will brighten your day. Should I buy a house? Dominant is a real estate agent. I know how ridiculous this all sounds. It's absolutely nuts. And I'm not bragging, but I'm very attractive. I have men trying to get in my panties all the time. These other men are funny, cute, and might be good in bed, but none of this matters to her. This is my fault. I let him know too much. I told that stingy bastard how crazy my vagina makes men. I told him how I've heard all vaginas are the same, but after sex with me, men do things they never thought they would. For example, a very inexperienced young man told me that he didn't like to eat pussy and he wasn't going to do it. I didn't argue with him. I didn't try to convince him otherwise. I didn't force him the first 2 times. However, on the third go-round, he was begging me to eat it. I sat on his face and gave him a lesson. After that, he was calling me just to eat it. I also shared the story of an older gentleman. The older man told me that he wasn't into anything remotely kinky. He said that he would not, under any circumstances, choke, spank, or do anything that resembled BDSM. A month later, I had his ass tied up, blindfolded, and taking hits on the stomach with my riding crop. I wasn't bragging. I was just giving him a disclaimer in case he wanted to take a trip to Crazy Town. Unfortunately, he's using this information against me. I ask him how he can be so strong. How is it that I can awaken dominant with just a smile, but he resists ripping my clothes off? He tells me that I'm used to getting my way when he's going to fix it. He's right. I do need to be fixed. I need him to fix it by not teasing me. I need him to give it to me. I should be in the afterglow right now instead of wanting to rip someone's face off due to intense levels of sexual frustration. He's got me all messed up in the head. I can't even masturbate. I pull out my toys, but none of them excite me. I want to watch porn, but I get jealous. Why is it that these bitches get to come and I'm over here horny as hell? All of this is pure nonsense. I am literally choosing to be an abstinent psychopath because of one man. A man who tortures me daily. But today is a day that I turn this around. I have to gain control of the situation no matter how hard it's going to be. I have to be strong. And he should be over here any minute. I see him pulling up in the driveway. I open the front door. Touch it, he commands. I don't even get a proper greeting. Dominant's only half awake, but I can see his head begin to poke through his pants. But I'm not giving in to this shit. I will not. So I whisper, no. He looks shocked and confused. Excuse me? He asks. I look him in the eyes and defiantly respond, no, I don't want to. He tries to force my hand on Dominant. I ball my hand into a fist. He grabs me by my elbow and pulls me closer to him. I still don't give in. I ignore all the cuss words that my vagina is yelling at me. I am not going to let her or Dominant control me anymore. Would you like to come in? Maybe have something to eat? I ask him. He passes me and sits on my couch. He looks so sexy when he's angry. He stares at me and says, take your panties off. I sit in a chair across from him and open my legs. I would, but I'm not wearing any. I coldly respond. Even from this distance, I can see the Dominant is at full attention. But I'm not playing this game. I am not going to touch Dominant. I am not going to plead for him to be inside me. I will not let this man keep having this hold over me. Come sit next to me. No. He sees how serious I am, so now he starts pulling out all his tricks. He grabs and tugs Dominant. I inhale deeply, but I don't move. He removes his jacket. He's wearing a V-neck t-shirt and he slightly flexes his bicep. I want to run over and bite his arm, but I don't move. I adjust myself in a chair and he laughs at me. He bites his bottom lip so slowly, but I am not moving. All this resistance is turning me on, but you're not going to be able to keep this up. He's a cocky bastard. This confidence only fuels my determination to stay the course. Despite the growing anger between my legs and my erect nipples, I will not subject myself to another round of dry humping. Either this man is going to finally give me what I want, or we both going to have to be miserable. We sit in silence for a few more minutes. He hasn't taken his eyes off me. I think of everything except his massive erection. I keep crossing my legs to stop the tears of anguish from escaping my pussy and running down my thighs. I stand up and head toward the door. It was so nice of you to stop by. I really must let you go. He smiles, stands, and walks over to me. He tries to kiss me, but I turn my head. You don't want to kiss him goodbye? He says while glancing down at Dominant. Nope, but thank you for the offer, I reply. He rubs Dominant against my ass, and I feel weak, but I am not going to do this. The only way I am giving in to any of his advances is if I'm guaranteed Dominant. He leans into me and grazes my ear with his lips. I'm getting weaker now. He looks at me. He grabs my face and kisses me passionately. I'm no longer in control. He rips off my shirt and my bare breasts are exposed. He raises my skirt above my waist. I want to run from him, but I can't. He pulls his pants down. He's not wearing any underwear. I can see all of Dominant. I feel like crying. Is this really going to happen? He taps Dominant against my clit. Yes, this is about to happen. What is that damn ringing? Where is it coming from? I wait for my dream to answer the phone. Hello? I sleepily answer. It's him. I'm on my way over. Get up. He hangs up. Here we go again. The train. Good morning, Bernice. Morning, Bob, I murmur. I hate mornings. I hate this job. And I really hate Bob. I just want to get to my cubicle and start these 8 mundane hours. I wish people would just leave me alone. All these fake people in here make my ass hurt. Well, almost everyone. There are 2 people in here that actually make another part of my anatomy throb. The train. Dominique and David, or the train, are the sexiest men I have ever laid eyes on. They dress well, smell delicious, and are beyond charming. The only problem is that neither of them knows I exist. I mean, why would they? I'm antisocial. I don't go to company outings. I don't eat in the break room. I'm overly sarcastic and a tad bit petty. I wear black every day because I'm dead on the inside. But once a month at the staff meeting, I get to look at and lust over the train. I call them the train because that is exactly what I want them to run on me. I know more politically correct, prissy, or prude women will refer to it as a menage a trois. However, that's just a sugar-coated, flowery way to refer to 2 men ramming all available holes at the same damn time. No matter what term you prefer, it's all the same. I can never choose one of them, so why not get dirty with both at the same time? Today is my favorite day. It's staff meeting Tuesday. If I'm lucky, maybe I can sit close enough to sniff one of them. As I head toward the conference room, Bob stops me. Hey, Bernice, did you get a chance to review the report I sent you? I respond with a blank stare. Oh, well, if you don't mind, I need you to look at it before the week is over. Now, I'm annoyed. I'm watching everyone, including the train, going to the conference room, and I'm stuck in the hallway talking to this jerk. Bob, I don't know if anyone has told you, but you are not my supervisor. Good luck to you and that damn report. I don't give him a chance to respond. I head into the conference room and notice that almost all the chairs are taken. I head to the back of the room. My knees buckle slightly when I spot an empty seat between the train. I rush to the seat. I don't even smooth the back of my dress before I sit, so there's a small piece of my bare ass touching the cold folding chair. Good morning, they both say to me in unison. Morning, I stammer. I hope this doesn't take all morning. I need to take my nap at 10, Dominic chuckles. I'm going to take a nap during this boring meeting. If they turn the lights down, I'm counting sheep, David jokes. Although I'm sitting between them, they carry on their conversation as if I'm not there. They lean over me to speak to each other, and each time one leans over, I squeeze my thighs together. I'm afraid that they can smell the excitement brewing between my legs. This is slow torture. I just want one of them to put his hand up my dress and give my clit a squeeze. The other one can pinch my nipples. I need to stop. I have to leave before I embarrass myself. Hey, Dominic, do you have any gum? David asks. Dominic reaches into his pocket and pulls out a pack of gum. David reaches for a piece, but he drops it, and it falls in my lap. I'm afraid that the heat from my pussy is going to melt the gum. David looks at my lap and then smiles at me, and he grabs the gum from my lap. That's it. I have to leave. If I don't leave this room right now, I'm going to get on my knees and blow them at the same time. As I'm preparing to sprint out of the room, the office manager finishes his long, boring presentation. Oh, perfect. Now I can really get the hell out of here. I try to stand on shaky knees, and I feel slightly lightheaded, and the throbbing of my pussy needs to be tended to. I rush out of the conference room to my cubicle. I sit down and push myself as close as I can to the desk. I shove my index and middle finger into my vagina. I moan slightly. People around me are busy talking or working, so no one hears me. I really wouldn't give a fuck if they did. I scoot down in my chair to get my fingers further inside me. I close my eyes and I think of the train. I'm on my knees with my mouth full of their dicks, and I am sucking like a pro. Oh, she a nasty bitch, David says to Dominique. Let's see how nasty, Dominic replies. They both withdraw from my mouth. David rips my dress off me. He positions himself on the floor. Come sit on top of me, he commands. I slide down on his dick, and he smiles at me. Oh, his dick is so big. But I'm no punk, so I stifle the scream that's stuck in my throat. I feel Dominic move closer to me. David grabs the back of my neck and forces me to kiss him. Dominic slaps my ass as he kneels behind me. He spreads my ass cheeks and spits directly into my asshole. There's no time to prepare myself for the pain that comes next. He plunges his cock into my ass with reckless abandon. I don't know which wonderful pain to concentrate on. I want to moan, but I can't. David is choking me while Dominic is pulling my hair. The pounding in my ass and pussy is intensifying, and I cannot wait for them to come. I want to feel them unload inside me. When they nut, it feels like a water main is burst inside of me. I feel like I'm the most delectable cream pie. The image of my pussy and ass overflowing with their cum sends me over the top. I'm about to orgasm. I wish I wasn't at work so I could scream their names. I bite down on my bottom lip. I'm about to come. I'm about to come. I say it over and over again in my head. My legs start to shake and a sweet release runs down my thighs. I don't want to open my eyes. I want to bask in this afterglow, but I know that I have to work at some point. I push away from my desk and I open my eyes. And at this horrifying moment, I wish I could just disappear. The train is standing in the entrance of my cubicle. You forgot this in the conference room, Dominic smirks as he holds my badge.
All right. Welcome back. So Kimria, did you like the two stories?
I did. This collection has 6 or 7 different stories in it. And so we knew we wanted to use something, but it was like trying to figure out which ones and what was the best mix and that whole kind of thing. But I like the 2 that we picked because they give us something good to talk about.
Yeah. So I will start with the tease. And the first time I read this story, I thought of the great Cardi B's quote in which she said, I talk about my pussy all the time because my pussy my best friend.
Yes.
And I feel like there's so many times that women, we got to talk to our pussy and be like, look, bitch, calm the fuck down with your fast ass.
It's not about you.
Yeah, it ain't about you. And I think we so often talk about thinking with our heart versus our head, and we forget that sometimes our pussy be making some fucked up decisions for us. With all your mind that this man ain't for you. You know with all your heart that this man ain't for you. But your home girl, your little pussy, your little pocketbook, your little cool pappy, whatever you call it, be like, hey bitch, don't forget me. And she will have you in some fucked up situations.
It's true.
So I really like this because this reminds me of all the times that I've had to talk to my pussy and be like, girl, calm down. And she was like an ignorant home girl, nah, but fuck that. We can do it. We can go out and make it home in time for work.
Fucking impulse. Hey, you doing the fucking walk of shame to work and shit.
Exactly. So one of the things that I also liked about this, she said that the reason that she kind of got, she even found herself in this dilemma with this guy was because she was talking shit on her pussy to do. And he was going to teach her a lesson. Do you talk shit on your pussy?
Shit. Only when I'm actually actively using it, see how wet this pussy is. When I'm in the act. But no, I don't talk shit on my pussy ahead of time.
Oh, shit.
I'm taking it you do.
Oh, I do. My pussy could like fucking buy and sell homes and all that. Oh,
Bitch, what she said?
you know what? So speaking of that,
Wait.
so I really like that line because I think that there
What she
are
said?
times,
He's a real estate agent.
yeah, I think so many times like we have been in positions where we felt like we've been with someone and be like, oh, this nigga is all I need. He is the alpha, the omega, the beginning, the end. He is all I need. However, I hate it when men do that shit. Have you ever been like just in a bad mood and a nigga be like, you need some dick?
That's the fastest way to dry anything up. I don't need shit.
I mean, maybe I do, but let me realize it. You don't tell me
Yeah.
what I need.
Your
And-
shit is not a fucking cure-all. It's not fucking tussin'. Like, you ain't just gonna pour it on shit and I'm
Rub
gonna be
some
better.
tussin on it.
Like, bitch, get the fuck away from me. Like, that would instantly turn me off.
Yeah, and so that was a cool part because I like have been in situations where I be like, look, life is wrong. All I need is this man and his dick and the sun will shine brighter. But on the other end, like I think because women say that to themselves, men are quick to. It's kind of like when you go to the nail shop and you know you need to get your lip wax, but then they offer your lip wax. Bitch, I see this. You let me tell you that I need my lip wax.
Oh my God.
Don't be offering up no lip wax.
You know what's fucking funny though? See, I have anxiety and I've been having like a super high anxiety past couple of weeks. There's a lot of shit going on. And legit on Monday, my friend was like,
Your partner?
my partner was like, hey, come over here. He was like, you're super stressed. Let me do something about that. And I felt away. I was like, don't want no pity fuck. He was like, first of all, it's never a pity fuck. He's like, but second of all, I mean, that should help you relax. And I really couldn't say shit.
I mean, you could offer some weed or something. Fucking shopping. You could have.
You know, he real on the straight and narrow. Wasn't gonna
Well,
be none of that.
that's fine.
But it was some fucking.
Give me your credit card numbers would have gave me that
worked.
kind of excitement
I felt
too.
absolutely fantastic after. It was exactly what I needed. But my immediate instinct was
Don't
like,
tell
nigga,
me
keep
what
that.
I need.
Yeah, I want that shit, but I did. I did
Again,
want
back to the lip wax. Like, bitch, I see my shit is furry.
Exactly.
You see my shit is furry, but let me be the one to tell you that I
Exactly.
need my lip wax.
But I'm not gonna front. I am glad to know that I have another tool in my anti-anxiety toolbox, which is his penis.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you can add that to your list of, things. Hopefully you can, use your FSA card. Well, you can use your FSA card to buy condoms and lube.
Can you really?
You can use an FSA card to buy condoms and you can't buy like Astroglide, but you can buy like Pre-Seed. So like when you're trying to get pregnant,
Pre-Seed?
it's like the lube because lube
It
kills
helps with
sperm.
mobility.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Pre-Seed keeps them swimming. Okay,
Well,
let me not
nobody
say
wants
lube
that.
kills sperm because I don't need motherfuckers squirting
It
lube
slows
up their
them
pussy.
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, so you can buy like that kind of shit with it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So yeah, so you can, there's some sort of health write-off.
All I literally
But it
see
did.
in my head is the tip trail video with the credit card.
Now us hoes take Cash App. Cash App and Zelle. We don't
my
need you to
God.
scan a credit card down
But
our
it
butt
literally
crack.
is just making me think of that. I mean, iconic moment.
Iconic moment. Shout out to our homeboy Nelly from the 314. Oh, he's problematic, isn't he?
Is he?
I think he had like a sex situation, like a rape situation or
Oh.
rape allegations. Everybody have rape allegations that magically get settled.
Disappear and we don't never hear
Exactly.
about it.
So
again.
it was
okay,
one
so
of
take
those.
back the shout out.
Exactly.
Yes, bitch.
That was me taking out the shout out until I can further confirm that he is unproblematic.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't talk shit on your pussy.
I don't. Yeah. Just in the act, like it's very much a you feel that,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But it's never wait till you get in there. Nah. I brag on other shit.
Wait till I show you.
Yeah.
Wait till I show you how my pussy works.
Oh God.
I'm sorry.
Brian McKnight.
Yeah, I don't know if we can shout him out either. But anyway.
No, I would prefer not to.
So the tease of this story is so sexy to me. Like I am an impatient person by nature. Whatever, bitch. I don't
I'm
need you to
also an
co-sign so
impatient
quickly,
person.
ho.
It's a self-drag, bitch.
Oh, okay. Well, we drug ourselves.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, the tease and the is just so fucking sexy to me because I love the anticipation. I love like waiting and imagining and all of that. Like I could totally see myself in bed with a whole story situation of a dick that I barely even like saw, let alone felt the warmth of. When she said that he don't let her like,
Yeah, feel the actual warmth.
oh, I was like, you cold motherfucker.
Yeah,
See,
he fucking with her.
and then I'd fuck him and rip his dick off and bang it against my chest, and then he'd be mad, wondering, she ripped her dick off. What happened? You was playing too many damn games. Playing too many games. So, what about you? You like to tease?
I do like a tease, but only to a certain point. You know how
Quit playing.
I hit walls, right? Like, when we texting, you always know that I hit my wall because it'd be like the 3 dots and then they go away and then the phone is going to ring 2 seconds later. That's me in like all situations. I'm good until I'm not good. And then I'm like, okay, fuck this. Either
this
we
shit.
going to do this or we not going to do this. And then I'm out. So yes. Just you gotta know the delicate balance of how much you can tease me before I'm like, all right, because I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck this shit.
Have you had those situations where you're like with someone and then like, and it was like, okay, this is cool, but now like, okay, nigga, turn the page.
So remember homecoming last year? I took a young gentleman home with me who had been properly vetted by the people. And it was very, hot and heavy, whatever. He was drunk. I was completely sober. And things started going, and it was very good. And at one point, I was just like, oh, I exclaimed about how good the situation was. And he said talking shit, talking about, yeah, you need to get you a Scorpio. And I'm like, huh, okay.
Yeah, all right now.
Which is also when I realized I don't think I've ever fucked a Scorpio. Like, I know that they have these reputations, but I don't think I've actually ever done that before.
I don't think I've ever fucked a Scorpio either.
I mean, aren't they evil? I mean, I have some great friends who are Scorpios
Yeah, I have
who
good
are
friends
not
who are
evil, but they're women. So I don't know.
I don't know. Niggas are evil.
Yeah. So.
Not all of them, to our
Not all men.
great gentlemen,
Yes.
non-problematic listeners. But anyway.
Yes. So he was bragging on himself or whatever. So we're going, and it's just it's a lot of foreplay. And I like foreplay, but I was ready to get to the main event.
Yeah, I am quick to be like,
on,
record
nigga.
scratch.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, take that off now. Let's go. Or put that on now. Whatever.
Yeah.
And it just kept going. And then I realized, I'm looking at him. We like changed venues. And he ain't look quite right. He's a little unsteady.
He was green in the face.
Yes.
Oh, that's why it was a delay tactic.
Yes. And so I literally had to be like, oh shit.
You're
we need
not
to
well.
Stop.
Yeah, you're not well. I'm going to catch a case fucking with you.
Yeah. And he was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, nigga, consent go both ways. And you are too drunk to consent. And a bitch ain't trying to catch a case.
You're so sweet.
And so I legit shut it down.
Good.
And I like sent him to the bathroom and like gave him like helped him to like he had to vomit. Like it was not good.
Yeah.
But so that was like, because at first it was just like, okay, this is fun. And then it was like, okay, this is going on too long. And then it was like, something is wrong.
So, you know me and kissing.
Oh yeah, that's not your thing.
Like I
love kissing. Oof, love it. I know.
Look at me, listeners.
looks
Get real close to your
Disgusted.
to your. I was gonna say to your mic, to your speakers. Listen to me. Kissing is nasty.
It's not.
It's gross.
It's sexy as fuck.
So but I am learning to enjoy kissing more, and so when I'm like making out, I kiss. But then if it's too much kissing, I am aware of the fact that I'm kissing. And then I get back in my head and I'm like, oh,
somebody's mouth is in my mouth.
Yeah. And so then I have to like slow that shit down.
Okay.
I can't think of a particular instance where I've like had to tap out, but I definitely am.
Like tap out on a tease?
Yeah, just tap out on the like, okay, this is too much. Because it's kind of like when, you know how when you're drunk and you get to a point, and it's, for me, I get to a point, it's either I'm going to keep drinking and I'm going to go, or I'm going to keep drinking and I'm going to go sleep.
Yeah.
That's how it is with foreplay. Either we get to a point where it's like, all right, it's go time, or we get to a point where it's like, pack your dick up and let's
Right. You ain't really trying to do nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, so moving on to the train.
Yeah.
Opening part of the story that I loved was that homegirl was clearly on team fuck this shit.
she
was like,
I wear black because I'm
she
dead
was
inside.
she was the captain of team fuck this shit. I'm here for my for my check every 2 weeks. I hate y'all niggas. I'm dead inside. All y'all can. I
can barely read that without
bags of dicks for y'all to suck every day. Because fuck this.
When she told that nigga Bob, you ain't my supervisor.
In the most like dead ass, like, you ain't my supervisor. Fuck you.
She's like, I don't know if anybody's told you this.
And your TPS reports.
But literally, I saw him in my head. That's what Bob looked like to me.
Yeah. It'd be really nice if you could come in
on
Bob. Saturday. Yeah, she was clearly on team fuck this shit. Which I found hilarious because she also found like the one piece of thing that kind of kept shit alive at work, because we've all been
these niggas.
We've all been in situations at work where we're like, you know,
what's the thing that I can hold on to that makes me get up and do this shit every day?
Exactly.
Yes.
And for her, it's the train. What's the name? Brian and Dominique?
David and Dominic.
Ooh, see, I didn't get them the
whole
wrong name. Y'all, I'm bad with names.
Yeah.
Okay, so David and Dominique, and they are wowza. And so one of the questions I have for you, because she was like, hey, I'm captain of the team, fuck this shit. I don't want to be here, fuck this job, fuck everybody here except for
you. Yeah.
My booze, David and Dominique.
Don't even know her, which is
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah. But so she said, I like them because I want them to run a train on me. A good, nasty, sloppy.
But also, it's not a train. So I was very much like, okay.
So so I was going to ask you, what are your thoughts regarding like the terminology? Do you prefer train, threesome, menage?
It's not a train.
Menage a trois. What are your thoughts on it?
I mean, to me, a train is like multiple dicks. Like, 2 is not multiple. Okay, so the very first porn that I ever like legit watched was at my homegirl's house down the street. She had like gone in her parents' fucking stash, and we was in the basement, and nobody
y'all was
ever
watching
used
porn
to bother.
Early.
I don't know how old we were.
I mean, I didn't see porn until college, but this was, we went to college, and we came to college in covered wagons on the Conestoga. And so we didn't have, this was like, you know, like it wasn't internet. And so.
Yeah, no, this was like a VHS tape. We were probably in middle school maybe. And I think that's the first time I'd ever seen porn. Mm-hmm. It's certainly the first thing I remember. And it was like.
Male-centered,
Absolutely. And so they had like this chick. And I'm trying to remember, because you know my shit's like Swiss cheese. Because trauma. But she was like.
Oh, I thought you were talking about my thighs. All this good cellulitis.
Cheese, and it's beautiful.
Oh, I like it. Shake and bake.
Yes.
Cellulitis.
No, it was, I think, so what I remember is they had the woman like sitting in a chair, and they were like interviewing her. But it wasn't like, you know, when you watch porn now, it's not really an interview. It's like her like pulling out her nipple.
No, okay. So on some of the porn sites, on like the like really kinky, like on like some of them, they do an interview. I'm not sure if it's a before or after, because I usually scrub through that part, because I'm like, let's get to the fucking part.
Right.
But they interview them, and I think it's more of like a check-in, like, you consented to all of this, right? And so she's like sitting there like, yeah, I consent. So was it one of those type things?
I feel like they were like asking her, you know, you like to fuck, you a nasty little bitch, huh? Like,
oh, God.
Talking shit.
I mean.
And then she like goes
in the right
into
situation,
a room.
I might like it too.
Right. And then it's like, from what I remember, I think they were just like adding dudes. I think they got up to like 8 or 9 dudes, and it was like yeah. It was like a legit ass train. So in my mind, like that's what I default to when I think of a train. Like literally, like choo choo, motherfucker, a line of niggas.
See, for me, a train is, in my mind, a train is like niggas nutting in you and you getting nothing out of it. I mean, and some women, some people like that. You know, again, I ain't yucking and yum if you like being used. I mean, I might on a nice day too. Yeah. But, you know, for me, a train is like, you know, just no care or concern for the woman's or for the other person's
the sexual needs or
the recipient's
needs
or desires or wants. You know, it's just like, you here, we sticking it in something. Let's go. Whereas, I mean, I tend to use the term threesome or, well, again,
she's very thoughtful.
Biting the lip, eyes rolling in the back of my head. No, yeah. I tend to use the term threesome, even if it's more than 3, just because it's, in my mind, it's just like, you know, group sex. People doing things, touching places, stuff going places.
See, for me, when I hear group sex, I think orgy. So I imagine a lot of people fucking each other. Yeah. Yeah, the terminology is interesting, but I will say that when I read The Train, just 2 dudes didn't make me, like, that was...
Which I think also says a lot about the headspace of, what's the girl's name?
Mistress Envy?
No, the woman
Bernice.
Oh, Bernice. Brenda.
You done gave everybody a new name.
Brenda, Brian, and Dominique. Dominique's the only one whose name I know. Bernice.
Yes.
She got her name like she go to lunch buffets and be like, make sure you give me the noodles from the back. Because everybody be breathing on the ones in the front.
Now I don't say this somebody named Bernice.
No, I don't say this disparagingly because I know the tricks of a good lunch buffet.
See, I don't.
You grab
I just
from the
thought
back.
that was a very surprising moment. I just learned some shit.
Yeah, you grab from the back. And that could be you. That piece of advice
I'm
can
about
be
to
used
say, that's
multiple
what she
places.
said. I like it.
But what was I? Oh shit! I lost my train.
You
of
were
thought.
saying.
Oh, it shows the frame of thought of Bernice, and I guess that's why they're like, oh, she's just, you know, a quiet, you know, they don't. She was like, they don't recognize me because she probably is sexually
repressed or inexperienced.
I don't want to say repressed, but just
but
not exposed to a lot.
Right, but then she said a prissy, prudish, whatever person would call it a menage a trois, and I'm like, would they?
Well, in her mind, she's probably like, yeah. She's like, but I am a nasty bitch, so I'm gonna use the most raunchy term ever.
Right.
It's kind of like when you talk to someone, and I can't come up with a good example, but you know, you talk to someone and they're like, you know, I'm living on the wild side, and you're like, what you do?
Got,
and
like,
you're like,
mismatched socks on.
I wore white after Labor Day. And you're like, no, bitch. And that's kind of what I feel with her. She's like, I mean, like, granted, her fantasy was great. Her fantasy was great. She knew
also, this bitch masturbated at her desk. So,
yeah. Have you ever masturbated? Well, you've never worked in a real office.
Nah.
You have.
No, I haven't worked in an office in more than a decade.
Yeah.
But fuck no. I have never. And no judgment if that is a thing, because it looked like you about to say you have. But no, I have always worked in super, you know, I work magazines. It's very collaborative. You got people in and out your office. Nah, son. You don't.
So?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Tell your story.
I mean, it's not even a story. Like, I've had lots of work sex, but I've also had, like, masturbation at work sex. Yeah.
And
not even
like
masturbation
after
at work.
Hours?
Masturbation sex. No, in the middle of the day.
How?
Oh my God, I sound like a fucking sexual predator.
No, you don't. I'm trying to work out the mechanics and the logistics.
So I was fooling around with a little somebody, a little freak. I was fooling around with a little freak, and we was, you know, getting spicy in the middle of the day. And he was like, come for me. And I was like,
Oof, okay.
now? And he was like, yeah, right now. I was like, okay. I mean, had I, been in a different space or whatever, I probably would. Like, I was gonna say if you
This
told me to
is
do it right
exciting.
now, I probably wouldn't. But no, I probably would. For the right person, and I can't do it right now because my office is like all glass right now.
Yeah.
But in the right situation, yeah. I mean, I definitely would have said
So wait,
no.
were
if I
y'all
didn't
like
want to.
texting and he's over
Yeah, we was like
Oh,
sexting.
okay.
We was like sexting in the middle of the day. I'm such a
yes.
whore.
It's fine. I fuck in the middle of the day all the time.
Yeah, so I was sexting in the middle of the day, and then he was like, we talking shit. I was, doing my self-written porn, my self-written erotica, and he was like, me talking shit on my pussy.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, well, come for me.
Okay.
And I was like,
challenge.
And I did, and it was a good one. And then kept it moving.
Wow.
I think. Might have been one of these. And like, all right, I'm done. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.
Got you. But okay.
But I've never been caught.
Thank God. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a
Logistics.
lot. Yeah.
Logistics.
Like, I can't even like not wear underwear because it's a problem. Like how do you?
Gosh. I mean, I wasn't squirting at my desk. Ain't shit. It wasn't like that. You're
so,
definitely soggy.
Right. I don't wear like work clothes. I don't know what those are.
Yeah.
So I'm like, how do you?
I think I might have had on a skirt. I probably had on a skirt.
Okay.
And close my office door. And when your office door is closed, I mean, I think I locked it, but it's always a signal like some shit's going on. Yeah. Knock on the door. Yeah, closed the door, sat at my desk, rubbed one out, done. Wow. And I went back to work.
That's dope.
Yeah, so I mean, I've had more office sex and office masturbation, but I ain't gonna say that I haven't had office masturbation. Yeah, it was pretty damn dope. Have you ever had a crush on a coworker?
Oh shit.
Or a fantasy, or
a minor one once. So, no.
Okay, we're mouthing names to one another right now. Okay.
So, I mean, I have always worked in magazines before I, started working for myself as a editorial consultant and doing all this shit. And so I prefer black men. And those are there are very few black men in those spaces. Mm-hmm. I did at one point, I was crushing on someone. And we actually went on what I discovered partway through was a date.
You told me that.
I didn't realize it was a date, which has actually happened to me like 3 times.
Yeah, I have no idea how that's going.
But, well, it was happened to me twice. And what's funny is they were both white men.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. It happened to me once.
See?
Oh, my God.
And whenever I share this, I'm like, I feel like, I don't know what it is about that dynamic where like they ask you out, but they're not really clear. So like in this situation, this person was my friend. They asked if I wanted to go see a movie, and I said yes. And I thought we were just as friends going to this movie. But then like he like came around and opened my door, and I was like, uh-oh.
You ain't from the South. This ain't your normal.
Right. And then we went to eat before the movie, and he paid, and I was like, oh fuck, are we on a date? Yeah. And I mean, I thought it was a cutie pie, but we're really good friends.
I've definitely had dates where I've looked at men and was like, look, you ain't getting no pussy. So if you want to go half on this meal,
that's okay.
I'm perfectly okay with that. Because if when we went to Fogo de Chao, it was on some random like, oh, let's go grab some. I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you finish your story, but it was on some random like, let's go grab a meal. New restaurant open, went to Fogo, we ate, and then the bill came, and I like happened to see it, and I had to pause doing like, look, I would like, this is expensive. I'll go half on you because you ain't getting no pussy, but I'll tell you now, if I was you and I paid this much for somebody to eat, they sucking or fucking. So
really though,
Karen gave me like the most like ignorant look.
Yes, because you feel like niggas like well, there's two questions there, right? Do you think that men expect ass because they pay for some shit? And then,
no. Well, let me explain something. I don't feel obligated to give ass
okay, that was
because
gonna
they
be my
paid for
second
some
part.
shit. However, if I was a nigga and I paid for some random bitch for, I put out, and this was like right out of college, niggas making like $4 an hour. I mean, we went. It was a stretch, and this was like I didn't really, but it was like like anniversary level dinner type, like cost and stuff. And so I was like, whoa,
This is special occasion.
like,
Yeah.
bro, if I was you and I took a rando out and we ended up at an anniversary dinner, I'd be like, hey, bitch,
So
at
what
least
you
you
got?
lick
You
it.
got
Like, I'm so horrible. That's so problematic. I know that I hold problematic views and I will check myself on them. And I know I don't feel obligated to give niggas ass. But if I was a nigga and I spent $200 on a chick I barely knew for fucking meat sweats, I'd be like, yo, that ain't the only meat you eating tonight.
Oh my God.
Okay, sorry. And that ends Erica's problematic hour.
I'm trying. So I've never had anyone make me feel like I owed them or whatever. And I've never, and it wasn't that dude made you feel that way. It was just what was playing in your head.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever felt that way.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Yeah, I probably hit you with the
Yeah.
hardest if you tried to act like I owed you something. Like,
Right.
you all get your old crusty ass on.
Yeah. I don't think that's interesting. I do wonder if men are being super honest, if they ever do really. I mean, I think they do. I think especially these misogynistic ass dudes that be trolling folks on Twitter who absolutely, like the ones who will be like, this is why niggas don't want to take y'all out because y'all expect people to pay for this, that, and the third, and you don't even want to, try to build nothing or all the.
I've been really lucky to like just
mealy
generally
mouth.
date like nice guys. Because
Yeah.
even when I told dude that, he looked at me and just laughed. And I mean, like it was very funny. And no, I don't think I ended up fucking him. But anyway, yeah, it was really he was a good guy, and I've been lucky and to have avoided like, or at least avoided like intimate situations. I mean, I've definitely run across a few niggas like that, but we've never made it to
Right, because you can see that already.
Yeah.
So weeding them out.
Okay, so
Oh no, I was telling a story
yeah.
about. So not about them, but another thing that I've experienced with white men with this whole accidental dating shit. So the other time, which was really the egregious time, I interviewed for to work at this magazine. Got along really well. No.
Oh, sorry.
Got along really well with the guy who I was interviewing with. Came back for a second interview. Then allegedly they decided that they actually weren't going to build out this new division that they were
that's
at
fucked
bringing
up.
me into.
Oh, and so then he used it as a pussy grab?
Well, basically, he was like, well, he called me and was like, we decided not to move forward with creating this division. But, because one of the things we connected on was his volunteer work. And, I'm always, what can I do? And he was like, we should grab dinner and talk about like how you can work with the organization. And I was like, bet, let's do that. We meet at this restaurant and it's, it's fine. We talk. We are actually talking about the thing we're supposed to be talking about, whatever. And then he's like, there's a speakeasy around the corner where this is New York. You want to try it out? And I ain't never been to a speakeasy before. I'm like 24, 25. I'm like, shit, yeah, let's go. It's one of these, you got to know the password and nondescript door, whatever. Go, have a really good drink. This is back when I used to drink liquor. But as he starts drinking, it becomes very clear
that he wants some of that.
Yes.
Some of that what? That ass.
Yeah. And it was, so then it's like super awkward because I'm not in any way interested in this guy. I did genuinely want to work on this charity stuff with him. And now I'm out on this date that I didn't realize was a date. And I gotta like extract myself. And the Camry of today, first of all, I would have not gone to
your
this,
your spidey
whatever.
senses would have, yeah.
Exactly. But also, if I had gotten to that point and I realized what was going on, I would have been like, hey, I'm happy to work with you on, this, but I'm not interested in you. And I would have fucking left.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, so I played it out. I didn't,
Yeah.
whatever. But then, like, he walks me to the train and he's like all in my face. And that's when I finally had to be like, yeah, no.
And it's fucked up. I feel like so often, this is how, like, men end up, like, being, well, this is how, like, these sexual harassment cases or these situations come about where women are put in these really creepy fucking positions with these guys who are just like, oh, because had you, called him out on it, like, dude, you're trying to fuck. He would have been like, oh no, we're just trying to connect because,
exactly. Now you getting gaslit.
Exactly.
And you in this small ass industry where everybody knows everybody.
Exactly.
And if he decides to be a vindictive asshole, now we got another whole situation.
And, that's one of those, when I was a kid, when the whole Anita Hill, Clarence Thomas,
bitch, we the same age
situation.
I too was a kid when.
Well, I'm talking to our listeners.
Okay,
shit. But I was a kid when the Anita Hill, Clarence Thomas situation went down, and so I didn't really understand it as it was going on. But now that I'm an adult and I've been working for years, and I watched the documentary that HBO did, and I'm like, I totally get this. I totally understand it, and I don't think men understand how, as a woman, you are put in situations with like creepy fucking guys. Yeah. And a lot of times it's just, I hate to say it, but it's just easier to just be like, you know what? Fuck it. Tell him to leave me alone. He knows not to cross the line with me.
Right.
But there's probably, a few other chicks that aren't as,
able to stand up in themselves in it.
Exactly.
For various reasons.
Or, like there are a good number of men that I deal with professionally that are fucking creeps. And unfortunately, not that I keep them around, but I have to
you still have to interact with them.
I still have to interact with them because I know I'm gonna see them at a fundraiser or at this or at that or at this. And so to outside, they're like, oh yeah, Erica's cool with so and so. I'm like, no, he's a fucking creep. His phone's his number's in my phone because I know I'm gonna run into him and I can't burn that bridge. But he's a fucking creepazoid. So, I'll step off my soapbox and we'll probably go into this a little bit more at some other point. But
I'm sure.
Yeah, and this
is pervasive, unfortunately.
Exactly. And I was going to say this from the woman that fucks and masturbates at work, but I should be able to fucking masturbate at work or talk about,
Should you? I know it's not usually expressly in the handbook.
Okay, no. This is the woman that I should be able to be my whole sexual self without having to feel like I then can't
reject a fucking creep.
This is a fucking creep. Yes. So
absolutely.
Anyway, overarching theme for these two stories are: I wanna lick you from your head to your toes, and I wanna ooh from the bed down to the floor. I wanna make it so good. I wanna leave and tell me what's your fantasy. Okay, so I never know the words to a song.
You started and then you got partway through and was like,
oh shit. I don't know where this song is going, but we're just gonna keep going.
See where it ends up.
So fantasies, in the tease, she had a fantasy of dominant. In the train, Bernice had a fantasy of the train. Has there ever been someone you fantasized about? And not on some like I fantasize about Morris Chestnut and then, but like someone a little more tangible that you've, that's been in arm's reach that you fantasized about.
I don't know. Yes, but in general, I usually fantasize about people I've already had sex with. Like I could replay.
So you don't have forward facing fantasies like, ooh, I'm gonna get that or I want that?
Yes, I have, and then I have.
And and how was it? Was it a letdown? Because that was gonna be my next question. Like, have you ever had someone you fantasized about and then got it? Got into bed when it was like,
I've definitely
that was supposed to be the plinko. Yes. But anyway, okay.
Yes, the price is right. So obviously I've had people who I had sex with and it was fucking trash, or who I had to stop because it was clear it was going to be trash.
Wait, you stopped and put your panties on?
Oh yes.
Story
I
time.
got a story. You like to hear it?
And now, welcome story time with Killer Ken.
So this dude, he went to our school. He went to our college. And I used to see him like out. I never saw him on campus. But I always would see him
Which
whenever
tells me,
we
so
would
he
go to
should
the
have had a good
club.
dick if he like just,
You would think.
you know, like, because all the niggas with good dicks are the ones that, all the niggas that do a lot of nothing
got good
dicks because they got nothing to do but work
practice,
on technique.
Exactly.
Okay, so sorry.
So I used to see him all the time. Didn't even really know his name, but it was one of those where you see this cat all the time, so y'all speak, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, you know, I'm real bad about remembering
Names.
people's faces and whatever the fuck. So saw him after I moved to New York after college, randomly somewhere. Still didn't know his name. Just knew that I knew him. So I think so we spoke, and then we I think how I got his name was I just like gave him my phone to put his number in it.
Good job.
Smart bitch. And so we like decided to hook up. I think we went to the movies or something. And I remember I went back to his apartment and there was a brush in the shower, but it looked like a woman had been using it. And he claimed it was his roommate's girlfriend. Of course, that was the first red flag, but whatever. I wasn't messing with him. So the next time we got together, we ended up back at my place. And I was like, all right, let's try it out. So it's the biggest dick I've ever seen in real life.
Nothing is worse than a big, like a massive dick.
Who don't
because
know?
massive dicks are like really attractive people. Like you've lived your entire life off of just being really attractive. Like you've put no effort into this massive fucking dick. So you're literally just sloshing that bitch around.
Oh, yes. So you know my story. So get in there, pulls it out. It's like my forearm.
Oh my gosh.
It's massive. So I'm already feeling a little trepidatious, but I'm like, all right, you know.
Mama ain't raised no quitter.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here. Foreplay's happening. There's not a lot of it. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm noting. Pulls it out, puts on the condom. Remember that episode of Sex and the City where somebody was with the jackrabbit, Carrie was, and she had like her neck was all messed up the next day? It was like that, except for he hadn't even got it in yet.
What was he doing? Just like nothing on your thigh?
I think it was like, I mean, I like a good rub on the situation, but it was like he was just like banging at the entrance. And I was like, oh. Nope.
That's enough. You're just masturbating in me.
He wasn't even in me.
Well, masturbating
on
oh my gosh.
So I was like, nope. He was like, what you mean? I was like, no, put that away.
Like it's
and he looked so confused.
Like we yelling at my dog.
Right. But so he put it away. And I was like, it's late. You can stay here if you want to. I was like, but don't touch me. And that was that.
So he in bed, curled up in the fetal position, opposite of you.
Dick, not touching me because I told that nigga, do not touch me.
Playing as you like fall asleep.
I mean, it was either that or he was gonna have to leave in the middle of the fucking night and go back way downtown.
I mean, that's fine.
I feel like I did him a service by letting him stay.
Well, damn.
Yeah,
okay.
It was bad. So yes, I had to stop him before we could even get going.
Thus concludes Kenria's bad dick story time.
Yes. I was proud of myself for, not
not going ahead with something that wasn't
It was
working.
clear that was going to be bad. So because he literally figured, I think, that he had a big dick and so he didn't have to really know how to use it. And not me. You're not finna do that on me.
Like, I actually am a fan of a good medium dick. Like,
me too.
Because you had to put in you had to hone that skill.
Yeah, I have experienced that where they know what they got, but they also know how to use it really well and they know how to use other things.
Have you ever had a dick so big it like surprised you?
That guy.
Yeah, I was with a dude and he was a smaller guy. And he pulled his shit out and it was like weighty. only
flopped out.
the only thing that comes to mind was like, wow, that's a weighty dick. My God. I mean, it was big, but it was like
heavy,
girthy, and like just weighty. He too didn't know what the fuck he was doing with it, but I was just like, my.
I'm like,
you walk around with
waste.
That
But what a waste if you don't know how to.
No, you just. Yeah, I mean,
a waste for
hopefully
him.
He has
like
sparkling personality, but yeah,
you know what I mean. Like that, he's got all of that, and he's probably not really having good sex because if he don't really know how to use it, he's not ultimately having.
He's not giving good sex. He might be having good sex. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's
but it's
sex
so much.
Just...
Yeah, but even if he's getting it, imagine how much better it is if she's getting it too. You know what I mean?
You're right.
So he ain't really getting a full complement of what could be going on.
Yeah.
I once told somebody. One time a man disrobed and I literally said, congratulations. It was
that was the first thing that came to mind.
Yes. Yeah. It was surprising and he actually did know how to use it. So
okay.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
That makes me happy.
A terrible person, but he was really good at using his penis.
All the time, good dicks are attached to trash ass people.
It happens often.
Because
it's
here's
nice
the thing.
when you can find it all together.
I very rarely do I feel very rarely do I feel that anyone's like completely a trash person. And sometimes you're completely being a trash. You are a trash person. You just got a really good dick, and that was the Lord being like, you know what, we're gonna give you one redeeming quality,
and this will be your gift. Oh shit, that's awful.
Oh, I'm trash.
Nah, you're not trash. You're honest.
Yes, I am. So, this wraps up this week's episode of The Turn On. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
It's your lovely host, Erica and Killa, signing off. And we are two hoes making it clap. This week's episode was produced by us, Erica and Kenria, and edited by Ballistic. The theme song is from Brazy. Please subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast app. Follow us on Twitter at The Turn On Pod and Instagram at The Turn On Podcast. And find links to books, transcripts, guest info, and other fun stuff at theturnonpodcast.com. Bye!